it all down. How you doing this morning? You okay back there?
Yeah, doing great. Well, maybe people will hopefully people don't, swing helmets at us, though. I don't think we'll swing helmets at each other.
I'm pretty sure we won't swing helmets.
No, not us.
What do you guys make of Aaron Donald swinging
That
helmet?
he is one lucky individual.
Absolutely.
That he did it in
when
practice?
you learn that there's zero discipline for smacking people in practice.
Well, I don't know, man. The Rams can discipline him.
They'll be like, all right, Aaron, we're gonna pretend to find you and
Run a
see
couple
you.
extra laps.
See you week 1.
Yeah, you got to
Do they
right.
even run laps?
Right,
in
I
the
don't know.
pros?
I have no idea. Right on the whiteboard because there used to be chalkboards.
I will not.
I will
hit
not
people
swing
with
my
helmets.
helmet. I will not swing a helmet. I will not hit people with helmets. If you missed it, and I don't know how you did, there was a brawl. First of all, the Bengals and Rams finished last season in the Super Bowl. Are they playing this weekend? Do they play today?
Yeah, so joint practices
Yeah.
have become more important than preseason football.
They play tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's right.
Coaches
Because you
like
play your
having the
guys.
joint practices.
Yeah.
Your stars
Yeah.
are practicing.
Yep.
They're not playing in the preseason games.
Which, by the way, why? Why are they somehow going to get hurt more
I
in a
guess-
game
I
than
don't
in a practice?
It's more. It's supposed to be more controlled, but yet this is the third or fourth really bad practice fight we've seen in the last couple weeks.
And they get look. You get 2 days of going at another team, and then get them on the field. Like, did you see the Hard Knocks, Amory?
I haven't watched it yet.
You promised me you were going to watch it yesterday.
I know.
that was your word.
I know it's. I watched the preseason.
All right. Well, then I don't give a damn about spoiler alerts. 2 days,
It's
3
okay,
days after.
It's okay. I
there.
appreciate it.
So part of it in this week's the Lions had controlled practice. They went over to Indianapolis and did 2 of those shared practices, and then played a game with the Colts. And yeah, it gets chippy, and dudes are chirping the whole time, and it's hot, and you're tired of just going up against. Like, it's camp. You're at the back end of camp. You're tired of dealing with this crap. You've got these other guys, and look, when it's your own guys, you kind of got to protect them. And this was I heard this explanation from a former player. I don't remember which analyst it was yesterday, but it makes total sense. Where when you're in practice against your dudes, they're your dudes. He might be wearing a white jersey and you're wearing a dark jersey, but you're wearing the same helmet, like you're on the same team. The guy on the other team, you don't give a damn. You don't have to protect him. And it just gets old. And these 2 teams went at each other in the Super Bowl last year. So I promise you there's some chirping. And you get to the second day, the back end of the last day of this mess. And I got to listen to this, and I'm going through it. And I'm not justifying. Please don't think I'm justifying taking a guy's helmet off and swinging it at him. But that's where this goes. Obviously, the coaches love this, right? They don't love the fighting. They love what they get out of this, right?
yes.
All right. So I guess there was a bunch of stuff going on, a bunch of junk going this. It was the Rams, it was the Bengals, it was in Cincinnati. Rams first team defense, and a defender who was unable, I don't know who it was engaged with Lyle Collins, the right tackle of the Bengals. And whoever that is had Collins wrapped up from behind, arms around his chest, after Joe Mixon was downfield. And so Lyle Collins took exception. He swung punches, which is always a good idea, with swinging at dudes wearing helmets. Massive, I don't know if it was a brawl, fracas, melee, whatever you want to call it. Flags. Stop, fellas, stop. Oh, okay. And that's when Aaron Donald had a Bengals helmet in his hand and started swinging it around. And the video went everywhere. And, oh, my goodness, Myles Garrett did it in a game, and he hit Mason Rudolph, and he got, what did he get, 6 games for that? 4 games? 2 games? Something like that? 2 games probably, right?
Yes. Because we learn.
Yeah.
Do it in practice.
Yeah.
Not a game. Practice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bash someone's head in with a helmet. Practice.
Yeah, that was the end of practice, by the way.
Punch someone in the face. Practice.
That was the end of that session. Aaron Donald didn't say anything. The Rams really didn't say anything. Although McVay said later, he said it was just getting a little hot out there. See guys swinging. Some guys have helmets on, some don't. There's a scrum. You just never know what can occur. My biggest concern is just unnecessary injury for people we're counting on, whether it's our team or their team. That was Rams coach Sean McVay. Zach Taylor, the Bengals coach, said, "quote It just got a little scuffly."
It's a scuffle.
Just a little scuffly.
Kerfuffle.
But there is no suspension from the league because the league does not have the authority, evidently, to suspend a player for something they see on videotape in a practice or a scrimmage. That is up to the team. So the team could tell you, oh yeah, no, we took care of it eternally. We made him run laps. He wrote on the chalkboard, I will not swing my helmet. We fined him $1.50 and 2 Big Macs. They're not suspending Aaron Donald for the opener. Can you see them just saying, you know what? We're playing Buffalo. We're going to send a message. We're taking the best defensive player on the planet. And because, we're going to just voluntarily, we're going to do the right thing and take him off the field. Okay. You think what you got to think. So that's where that lives.
What they're going to do is they're going to go to Aaron Donald and be like, are you okay? How's your hands?
Yeah. Your elbow, your
You
shoulder
good?
hurt
Your
from
elbow,
swinging?
your shoulder, you all good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. We're going to tell people not to do it again, but as long as you're okay,
Yeah.
let's hit them harder next time.
Yeah. All right. Unfortunately, the 2 biggest stories out of the NFL yesterday were not football game related. Well, actually, I mean the 3 biggest. It was the surgery for Tyron Smith. It was this story, and then the story broke, which is kind of weird. And I guess it's because the lawsuit was filed yesterday. This story's been around for a while. That there was an alleged gang rape at San Diego State last year, and maybe JJ there weren't names on it, but Matt Araiza, the punt god at the Buffalo Bills, who won the job last week, is one of 3 former San Diego State football players who were named in a lawsuit, who were accused of raping a 17-year-old girl in San Diego in 2021. And the lawsuit alleges that Araiza and 2 of his former teammates, and they did name the other players in the complaint, Xavier Leonard, who redshirt freshman, and Nolan Iwaliko, who's a freshman no longer on that roster, are accused of rape, gender violence, and false imprisonment. And where when these come out, you start saying, "Oh, he's got to lock him up, let him get raped," and you always want to hear the other side of the story, and there'll be a trial. This is a horrible allegation. I mean, anytime there is the lawsuit accuses Araiza, who at the time was 21 years old, of having sex with this young lady who was then a high school senior and under age of consent in California. It was a party, off-campus party at Araiza's residence, early hours, late night. And it says that Araiza then brought her in a room, and 3 other men, including those 2 who are named, repeatedly raped her for about an hour, and she was in and out of consciousness. Look, when you hear it, you want to vomit. It is, as a human being, it makes you sick. As a father, it makes you sick. As just a person. The attorney for Araiza says it's not true. He's not guilty of this. The attorney who filed the lawsuit told the media that the Bills were made aware of the allegations as recently as the end of July. So that would be after the draft, but before camp, right? Or before camp. Before camp. This is, look, you hear stuff and you start hearing details, and I'm not going to convict him or anybody else until it all comes out. The allegations are sickening.
I am really worried.
Yes.
The amount of these that are getting to civil lawsuits and not actual criminal investigation.
Yes.
That is very troubling in all this.
Well,
because civil lawsuits are an easy out for people to not hold people accountable.
Yeah. So, and it's really interesting on the criminal investigation, because this is not new. I mean, you've heard about this. I've heard about this. Rudy's asked me about it. This isn't like this is new.
And you do also have to put it out there that this is not the first time, won't be the last time. I'm not saying it's a situation where things get pushed aside because football players.
It's out there. No, 100%. And I know Brady Hoke is dealing with the San Diego State coach, how he dealt with this, what does he know, what did he do. So this was in 2021, October last year. And it was reported to San Diego police. And there was an investigation, and no arrests were made. Suspects were not publicly identified. But evidently the detectives did submit their findings to the district attorney's office to determine whether or not charges should be filed. And according to this lawsuit, there was a call to Matt Ariza, the punt god, from the lady that was this young lady that was arranged by the detectives from the Sex Crimes Unit of San Diego Police Department. Again, this is in the suit. Ariza acknowledged having sex with her and said she should be tested for STDs. But when she asked a more direct question about whether they had sex, and this was, the detectives were there, he changed his tone and didn't remember anything that happened. So I don't know if the investigation, if this is still an open case. There is a quote from the San Diego Police Department. It says this was a horrific crime, the kind which happens all the time. I'm sorry, this is the attorney. What makes these crimes different is not only that they were committed by self-entitled athletes, just as awful as the crimes for months, multiple organizations, San Diego State, the police department, the district attorney, and now the Bills have acted the part of enablers. This is what you're saying. Looking the other way in denial that my client deserves justice even if the defendants are prized athletes. So that's what you're saying, right? And that's exactly what the attorney's saying here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ugly. I hate these things because once there's an allegation out there, especially the social media, but I mean, you start hearing it and you're like, okay, he can't play football, right? Well, you want to know more. There, to your point, there have not been any arrests. There are not charges, and here we are at a civil suit. Does it feel like Deshaun Watson? Yeah, it kind of does. It's disgusting. It's worse. I would tell you if this happened, this would be worse.
Yes. Like, I don't want to sit here and, like, I think that's the worst part of it is then you start, like, ranking the terrible things people are doing. It's frustrating because you hear it because everyone can unfortunately envision the situation. Yeah. It's a party, people get lit, but that doesn't make it okay for you to do something. It's because someone got over their skis and is intoxicated, doesn't know what's going on.
If you can't handle it, don't drink. I mean, honestly, if you can't handle it, don't drink. All right, 505-246.
Have you ever been to a party?
Yeah, no, once or twice. I've been to parties in San Diego State, actually, even. Yes. Kind of probably maybe in the same area. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think if you're looking at a 17-year-old making a mistake at a party, night shouldn't end like that.
It scares the hell out of you, doesn't it? It scares the hell out of the father of a 16-year-old girl. Yeah. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Emails, jeff@sportsanimallabq.com, jj@sportsanimallabq.com. On the Twitter, it's _JJ Buck. Facebook, the OD in the AM. You can watch the show there. Adrian produces on ProView Networks. It's on our Facebook page. It's on Comcast Channel 26 statewide. It is also on ProView Networks YouTube channels. Amory's producing on the radio side. 9 o'clock this morning, we're going to go through Mountain West and New Mexico State totals. Vegas Insider has put numbers on all those teams. We will kind of go through them. You have asked via the email, hey, can you give us the number so we can play along? So at 8:30 this morning, I will give you I'm sorry, it's 7:30 this morning. It's 7:30. I'll give you the numbers that we're going with so you can kind of look at it and you can play along with us at 9 o'clock if you would like, per your request via the emails. All right, when we return, Aggies go tomorrow. We'll get you kind of moving toward in that direction. And there's golf stuff, too, because they're going to crown a FedEx champion this weekend. Look forward to hearing from you. Oh, and an interesting result for Lowell women's soccer against JJ. It was a pretty big game on the schedule last night, so we'll tell you how that played out. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
Jason Matariza, the punter for the Buffalo Bills, the former San Diego State punter, who's named in this lawsuit, the civil suit, In regards to JJ, you talked about criminal investigation, right? The criminal investigation is still underway. Okay. The report, this came out, the LA Times broke this story a while back, and there's been a lot of criticism against San Diego State about how they've handled this. San Diego State evidently the San Diego State Police deferred investigating this crime to the San Diego Police Department, which San Diego State says at the behest of the San Diego Police. SDPD detectives completed a 9-month criminal investigation into this. Evidently, the investigation was done early this month. They submitted their findings to the district attorney's office. The DA is still said this week it's still under review, and so there still may be charges filed, or there may not be. And then when the police department's investigation was almost finished, San Diego State was then given the green light to look into this matter. So they were kind of put on hold. And how do you look into it? 10 months later. The university said that it had begun exploring whether any of its policies were violated, and they'd review all the known information. So there is, I guess there's one investigation by SDPD is done. Now San Diego State is doing their own investigation, and that's where it is as far as the legal stuff, JJ. So, but the civil suit has been filed.
Got it.
All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Emails are coming in already this morning. Jeff at sports@LBQ.com. JJ, Lobo Women's Soccer goes on the road. They were 1 win, 1 loss going into this. The loss to 6th-ranked Rutgers. They had a victory over Cal State Bakersfield. Go on the road, take on a power conference team at Texas Tech, and get out of Lubbock with a 1-1 draw. Good result for a team going on the road like that?
It is. They needed a result against an opponent like Texas Tech, which is upper echelon of the Big 12, especially on the road, putting that in your resume. And yes, ties are a thing now.
And they weren't before.
They were not a thing before.
In college soccer, I think the world's aware that they are a thing in real.
Well, I mean, without overtime, I should say.
Yeah.
It's you play your 90 minutes, game's tied.
You like that?
Well, they were there before, but we had 2 10-minute overtime periods. So I think they're just trying to lessen the load. It will in the regular season.
So that's a this year change?
Yes. So
okay, I did not know that.
This year, ties without overtime. And also the golden goal has gone away. So when you do play overtime, you got to play the whole thing out.
Both halves.
Yeah,
right?
so that overtime will come in, of course, conference tournaments, NCAA tournament. But outside of that, it was very similar to the Rutgers game, where there were moments in the first half, UNM created their chances. Shannon Edwards, her play was unbelievable because she read the pass, cut it off, took it herself, split 2 defenders, scored the game-tying goal with about 6 minutes left in the first half, and then it was just a crunch in the second half. Lobos defended really well. It was impressive how much they had to defended because they had to defend a lot. It's a nice result. They needed it against a quality opponent on the road, especially with their expectations, the way Heather Dyke's been talking about this team. They got to be better up top. Their forwards have to be better because they kicked away chances to win that game. But you'll take it, get a result, and back 2 more matches at home next weekend.
All right, who they get next week?
Portland State, and then a good one against Grand Canyon on Sunday.
All right, so that's that was on the road for UNM women's soccer. Tomorrow down in Las Cruces, the Aggie football team will open up the season in Aggie Memorial Stadium on ESPN2. Nevada will be in town, a Mountain West Conference team, and they'll play a bunch of Mountain West Conference teams this year. This will be the first of the group for them, and they're reporting pretty good ticket sales. I don't know where they're going to end up on this thing, but it looked like there were 3,000 to 4,000 tickets left to go get as of yesterday, which would be wonderful. Hell, if they get 20,000 people in there, I think it's a pretty good crowd, don't you?
Absolutely.
And so we'll see where that goes. But Aggie fan, you've been in a little bit. We heard from Jerome this week, heard from Jason this week. Are you buying into the Jerry Kill stuff? And I ask you that because I don't think he's selling it hard. I don't know. We've talked plenty about what do you expect out of Lobos? What's fair to expect and what will you accept? I think Lobo fan is in that 5 to 7 win expectation area. Is that fair?
It's a good question.
Right?
Put it on the poll.
But we really haven't had a conversation with Aggie fan about that. I think we would both agree that the Aggies are starting further behind as far as where their program is. First year under Jerry Kill, realistically, technically third year, but I would argue it's your second year under Danny Gonzalez, but a rebuild both sides, but a brand new coach, 40-something new players on the roster. I mean, do we agree that the Aggies are starting further behind than the Lobos are? Okay. What is fair? The over-under from Vegas, the win total for New Mexico State is 3. They've got Lamar, they got UMass, they got New Mexico. They also have, and they've got FIU. They've got. I mean, there's teams with whom theoretically they should be able to compete. They also have 3 games that you're saying, all right, they're just not winning those games, right? They're going to Minnesota, they're going to Missouri, they're going to Wisconsin, not in that order. And you're like, okay, UTEP was a bowl team last year. They got Nevada, who was a bowl team last year, but they're in a reboot. So is 4, like, would 4 or 5 would be a pretty good start for this? 4 wins for that team would be a pretty good start.
Unbelievable,
right?
Yes.
I kind of feel that way. Aggie fan, I want to hear from you today. Where are you now? And you can text, you can email, you can call. But where are you now? As you go through this, and the season starts tomorrow, Jerry Kill hasn't been promising anything. This isn't a coach that's been out there saying we're going to turn this thing around and we're going to a bowl game this year, and there's no conference to win this year. What he said is we're building towards Conference USA next year. We're recruiting towards that. And what did he tell us on Tuesday? He's like, I'm looking forward to seeing him too. I just don't know, right?
Yeah. There's so many unknowns with both teams we're going to be watching.
Yeah. So, Aggie fan, where are you? I'm excited to watch him. I am. I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. And I like I told you guys all week, I just, for the life of me, don't know what to expect. I just don't. I look at his schedule. I think it's an interesting schedule. Nevada, at Minnesota on Thursday on a short week, at UTEP, back on the road to Wisconsin, and then home for Hawaii, who's rebuilding, FIU, who knows, New Mexico, San Jose State, UMass, who they beat last year on the road, Lamar's their FCS, and then they'll finish up on the road with Missouri and Liberty.
If they kind of shock the world, whether they win, how pass eye test all of a sudden, then you're feeling different about that UTEP game. That Hawaii.
Let's see what UTEP looks like. I really want to see what UTEP.
UTEP should be favored if we're sitting here.
Well, of course they
guessing
will.
ahead.
I promise
yes.
you they'll be favored.
But for Nevada, it is the Nevada game for New Mexico State's the ultimate. All right, now we can come back Monday morning and at least start piecing together what you think this team could look like.
And even though it's the first game of the year.
Because even with the returners, there's different schemes.
Yeah.
How are they going to play?
100%.
Even all the players that returned,
Did he
it was
name a quarterback
2-win
yesterday?
football team.
Did he name a quarterback? I know he told us he was going to name a quarterback on Thursday, and I'm not sure I saw it. Maybe he did. Check that. Get it to you when we come back. I'll also give you the numbers, the win total numbers from Vegas on all of the Mountain West teams so you can play along with us at 9 o'clock. Hey, your computer system, it's vital to your success, to your business. And if your computer system doesn't work well, then your productivity for work grinds to a halt. There's a whole lot that you got to worry about, right? You got to worry about the network servers and the remote access and hackers. Most business owners, probably you, don't have the time to be computer technicians, and you're not a computer technician. That's why ABQ IT is a name you need to know. ABQ IT. You want to know your system works. You want to know that your system is secure, and you want to know how much it's going to cost. ABQ IT has a business model with your business in mind. They'll monitor your computers. They'll monitor your network. They'll keep everything operating smoothly and provide state-of-the-art cyber security to protect your entire operation. Remember that attack on Bernalillo County or on APS? Or you hear about them all the time. They're cyber attacks. Paralyze them for days, cost them tons of money. Don't let that happen to your business. And don't be naive to think it's not going to happen to you. And it all happens at one predictable cost. ABQ IT handles all this. No more different providers for your internet, your cybersecurity, and then when you need to buy new computers. And best of all, it's one company, one affordable cost. Get a free assessment, see what ABQIT can do for your business. Visit abq-it.com. That's ABQIT. Let me give you that to you again. abq-it. abq-it.com. No more worrying about your computer systems when you do business with ABQ-IT.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs,
lists both Frakes and Pavia. It's Pavia first or Gavin Frakes at quarterback. So I don't know. I haven't seen anywhere where they have named a starting quarterback
Ain't
yet.
gonna tell you.
He said he'd tell us on Thursday. Didn't he tell us that when he was on?
He said that to us, no one else.
All right, fair enough.
Probably.
All right.
And then, who knows, yesterday he was like, well, I'll tell you on Saturday.
Yeah, maybe. All right.
Family.
Going on the phones here in a minute. I told you I'd give you the numbers, so if you want to play along. So at 9 o'clock, we're going to do our picks for win totals for the season. Here you go. Air Force, these are from Vegas Insiders. Air Force, 8.5. Over under. Boise State, 9. Colorado State, 5.5. Fresno State, 8.5. Hawaii, 4.5. New Mexico, 2.5. Nevada, 4.5. San Diego State, 7.5. San Jose State, 6.5. UNLV, 4.5. Utah State, 7. Wyoming, 5. And New Mexico State, 3. So we'll play that game coming up at 9 o'clock. And you can play along at home. Hello, Speech. How you living? Good morning, Speech.
Question for you.
Yeah.
I know sometimes, like when a little school plays a big school, the big school pays a little school some money. Now, like this year, like New Mexico State is playing Minnesota. I mean, do the 80s get together and work that out where, like, Minnesota's going to pay New Mexico some money or what?
Yeah, it's in the contract.
How did that work?
It's in the contract. So, yeah, the ADs, when they work the thing out, we're coming to you in 2026, and we get X number of tickets, and you're going to give us $1 million too. Yes. And pay our travel.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so every year, I mean, you got to figure that out in your budget.
That's right.
So, I mean, if you're a little team, maybe you want to schedule a lot of big teams so you could get known and then build up kind of a program and get more scholarships. Correct?
Well, I mean,
you only get 85.
Yeah, you only get 85 scholarships, so you're limited as of now. Now, the power conference schools are talking about extending the scholarships to either no limit or extending the limit. But as of now, you only get 85 scholarship players.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the more money your program could make, the more, like, better stadium, weight room.
That's right. All your facilities.
Stuff you could buy.
All your facilities. That's correct. I think in the situation where the schools are getting all this money, it's just paying for softball and soccer to go to Texas Tech.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right, Speech. Enjoy the weekend.
Have a good weekend.
See you.
Okay. Bye.
This is just still such a wild model.
And it,
the overall concept of it.
It's where we are, man. Hello, Jess.
Oui, Jefe.
What's happening, Hess?
So, with this whole San Diego State thing, once again, we're drawn into a case like this.
Yeah.
I actually, unfortunately, got selected for jury duty about, I don't know, it's like 7 years ago, maybe 8.
Thank you for doing
Could
your
have been
civil
actually
duty.
10.
Yeah.
Yes, I felt my duty, but then was selected to a trial.
Mm.
And it was a trial in a way that was similar to this. It was a underage girl with a obviously over 18 male, where one side basically was saying there was consent, another side was saying there wasn't. And you're saying that the cops got her to call him.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously they recorded it, right?
Yeah.
Does that not sound like at least underage sex, which now you're a sex offender?
Yeah, it with nothing. It sounds like he admitted to, as they say, in the story. And yes, you're right, 100%. In the story, it says a performed a sex act. We all right, but then he did not say that he had intercourse. If we're playing this game, but yeah, that's when he hung up the phone.
I mean, right? That'll get thrown into the same thing.
Right,
I mean, I guess
I agree
that's
with you.
what the prosecutors are going to say, right?
Yeah.
So to me, that just sounded like this kid might not play football unless they somehow extend this. because that just sounds at least he's getting that. And, you know, at that point, I don't know if you get a little bit of – trying to remember the case I was on. I want to say this guy got a little bit of jail time and then had to register as a sex offender the rest of his life, which, you know, what are the Bills going to do now? Now you're not the punt god. Now you're now just on trying to punt this out of the end zone of a legal team. But you admitted it on the phone to the cops, and we all heard it the way you described it. That, to me, sounds like this kid's at least getting charged with that.
I think you're right. Now he might be the punt con. Yeah. Vic.
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to be punting in prison for a while. But we'll see how this goes. But, I mean, I just don't understand cases like this, especially me being a father of a young man who's 13. It feels like you should never have a don't rape women talk. You probably raised your kid right the first time where you don't have that. But it's just insane when you hear stories about this, especially when there's a group of them. Or even we look back to the Las Vegas Robertson High School football team story. My hometown, my high school football team, where they banned the team for a year because they did some broomstick stuff with the freshmen.
Yeah, with
the
seniors,
players.
Yeah.
Right. And to me, thinking that with my friends growing up, how could you allow that to happen?
I know.
As you know, and it just blows my mind. But these situations happen. So we'll see where it goes from here. And you said the Lobos got 2.5 on that?
The number's
Vegas?
2.5 on the Lobos, yeah.
I think I would go over.
I think that's I
I
think that's the easiest one. That's the easiest one for me on the whole list.
Yeah, he wills them to 3 or 4.
Yeah, to me that's the easiest one on the
who
whole
wouldn't?
list.
Yeah, who wouldn't run through a wall for that guy? And, you know, maybe Edward may have his sales guy thing with Danny. Yeah. Danny's got to do that, but it sounds genuine to me because he's from here. And I hate to say that because we've had other coaches say the same thing, but I don't feel like that with Mike Locksley. I didn't feel like that with Bob Davies. But with Gonzalez, I feel that. And maybe it's a New Mexico thing. That's fine because I'm rooting for New Mexico. So, you know, if everybody else feels it's okay to feel like that if you trust him more. And I'm okay with that. But you guys have a great weekend and great show, bro.
Thanks, Jess. See you. He brings up a really interesting point. Why is, you know, if they in fact got Matt Araiza, the punt god, that's going to go away pretty quick, isn't it? On the phone, admitting to having some sort of a sexual encounter with an underage girl, and then he kind of hangs up the phone and panics. And I'm not a lawyer, man, but it sounds like they kind of got him on at least that, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not done. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. If you want to get on the Aaron Donald stuff, there was a really cool moment in the NFL last night. With all this other stuff, there was a really, really, really cool moment in an exhibition game last night, and I'm going to get into that because it meant a lot to that city in which it was played, and honoring a legend of that town. I tell you about IPS all the time because I firmly believe in what they do. They make Albuquerque a better, safer place to live and work. They protect my home. They protect hundreds of homes and businesses around our community because, well, quite honestly, there's a need for it. Property crime's on the increase. Officer shortage continues. And so for years, I've had IPS patrol my home, watch my home. Not just when I'm out of town, but every day. They're there every single day. Look, I mean, you're at work during the day. Who's watching your home? I ask you that all the time. I hope it's the good guys. My neighbors now use them as well. When I do go out of town, they do extra checks. They pick up packages that are left on the porch so somebody else doesn't get them. If you ask them to roll the garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day or pick up newspapers or mail, they do that as well. And then when the alarm goes off, if it goes off, they're there within 5 to 7 minutes, making sure everything's okay. Call IPS, see what they can do for you, whether it's highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols. International Protective Service is committed to our city and to your protection. The phone number is 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420, or you can go visit them online at ipsglobal.com.
News is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Send him 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Tell us is sent in his unders and his over. I'll get those to you. Bruce wants to pick my brain. Jeff, why didn't things work out for Bob Davie? I thought he was the classiest guy we've ever had here. Definitely the most polished. But even some of the diehards never completely bought into what he was selling. And then after the loss to Rutgers with his 8-4 team that was being sold as so great, that's when the casual fringe fans tapped out. P.S. I'll take the pack to cover against Dirty Jerry's squad. Okay. It's interesting the perception on Bob Davie, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not sure how many people I think heard him call Bob Davie the classiest guy that we've ever had around here and just kind of had a reaction to that. How many people you think, percentage-wise, agree with that?
Well, I think there's, to that point, a lot of varying thoughts on Bob Davie.
Yeah.
Because he did a better job than most people realize, because those 2 years were really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't good enough wins. You only beat the bad teams on your schedule, and
the bowl team wasn't good enough.
Bowl team wasn't good enough.
UTSA was very good. Yeah.
So instead of just looking
Meanwhile,
at,
did you see what
a
UTSA
program
was
that
last
took
year?
a step forward and were winning the games that they weren't winning before, it was, this isn't good. And then it did collapse. Right after that 9-4 season, you go 3-9, 3-9, 2-10. And you can be polished all you want. There was a sense that, Bob Davie was your football coach, but you didn't feel like that's our football coach. You're not running through the wall for Bob Davie.
So a couple of things in there. I think the year, if they'd have beat Arizona in the bowl game the year prior, and they were in that game, right? That would have been Arizona, Pac-12 team. They have the ball down by 8, driving with 2.5, 3 minutes to go, and then threw an interception. That would have been different. I think people would have felt differently. Then they go 8-4. They win the bowl game. They beat UTSA 23-20, and people were somewhat dissatisfied with a bowl win because that team was good enough. That program has surpassed you, by the way, UTSA. Like that program that I remember everybody looking down their nose at was a ranked team last year. Do you remember that? They went into their bowl game 11-1, JJ, last year. Bob Davie was polished in front of the camera. Incredibly polished, more so than anybody you've had. I'll buy that. But was he in the community? Pick your coach. He wasn't out there. He wasn't warm. So to say he was the classiest guy ever, I don't know, define that as you will. And so Lobo fan never warmed up to him. And then there was that whole thing, did he really live here? He had his house there, right? He always had I live here. I don't live in Scottsdale all the time. So that was really interesting. Les says, boy, I couldn't disagree with Grady more. Grady sent an email yesterday. He said a transfer is when you have a solid, consistent base that you're supplementing with a player or two. Teams have done that forever. That's totally different than a mercenary, which is a team with a roster that turns over every year, built with almost nothing but guys that are only going to be on campus one season or two in some cases for only a few months. It's from Les. Les, I don't know what to tell you, man, especially in basketball. Tell me the difference between a one-and-done player at Duke who's on campus for...
Well, Les wouldn't like that.
Well, I don't know.
I
Les, are you okay with the guy at Duke who's on campus for about 7 months, and then he's gone, and you turn that roster over? Well, you're winning, Jeff. You're winning, and those aren't mercenaries. As opposed to a guy who transfers in. I don't know that I love it either. I'm just telling you that's the way it is, and it's not going backwards. So they want to be at New Mexico for whatever the period of time is. My suggestion is if you like the sport, you're gonna have to get on with it. Jack says, I hate this, Jeff. I have no problem warning the top seed, but a 10-length head start over the back of the field is too much. He's talking about the golf. Adam Scott could play the game of his life, and he's not making up that much ground. Sorry, Corey Connors, you aren't winning the cup. See, but Jack, this is the culmination of a whole season. This is one tournament. Culminate the whole season, and what you did all season gives you the advantage in this. This is it's quirky.
Is it all season or is it?
It's all season, and then the last couple of weeks play into
So
that weighted more.
It is saying, hey, we want you participating in the majority of these events, which it looks like you're going to see a lot more of moving forward, to get this bonus at the end,
which is a big bonus. All right, 9 o'clock, we're going to do our win totals. Coming up next, we'll get into some more NFL. I am going to tell you about that event last night in the NFL. I thought it was so cool and so classy. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A-Marie, Adrian. Happy Friday. Glad you're with us on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Moody's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
New Mexico for 5 years running. This is the opening drive with 3-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and J.J. Buck.
That was exhibition football, but there was a really cool moment in a game last night, including a superstar who has no stats. What? It's the opening drive. Merry Friday to you. Ho! Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. Amory, Adrian. Adrian's making us look really good. He's running the camera.
Right.
If you got a problem with the camera angle, it's his. I'm kidding. It's my fault. All right, Packers-Chiefs last night. First play of the game, Chiefs come out. So I mentioned yesterday Len Dawson passed away. Len Dawson, if all you know about him is him with a Fresca and a cigarette in his mouth in his uniform sitting on the bench on the field, okay, at least you know something about him. That's the guy in that picture. But Len Dawson was a legendary quarterback and really a legendary personality in Kansas City. Longtime sportscaster there, and by every account, really, really, really good dude. Hall of Fame quarterback. He died at 87 years old this week. And so yesterday they went out there and Patrick Mahomes came out with the first team, and they lined up in the old school huddle like Len Dawson did. They took a delay of game and just to honor him. And so it was kind of, like he did it back in the day. Packers declined the penalty, and Mahomes came off the field, and life was grooving. I thought it was really cool, and obviously it got a standing ovation, and the people in Kansas City went bonkers over it. They really loved it. Really, there's different ways to pay tributes to people, and I thought that was a really good one. Did you see it?
Always cool.
Yeah.
People do something like that.
Thought it was really cool. It was that choir huddle kind of a thing that Lynn Dawson made famous, and so they went out. So I thought that was really cool. You got a lot of Jordan Love yesterday. Is anybody feeling better about Jordan Love watching him, or is it just whatever? He's going to sit behind this guy the rest of his life, so it doesn't freaking matter.
That's the second part of that.
Okay.
It's just whatever.
So 16 of 26, he did throw an interception. 148 yards for Jordan Love. I don't know. Is he going to have any career? Does he go somewhere where his contract's up and get a chance to be a quarterback? Does he? I mean, when we're talking about all these quarterbacks, like I hear Cleveland, Cleveland's looking at Jimmy Garoppolo or Seattle. Is Jordan Love in anybody's? And I don't even know if he should be. And maybe it's just considered, just a gigantic mistake, a swing and a miss. But a couple of years ago, Jordan Love was a first-round quarterback, and I don't know that he ever really got a chance. I don't know that he ever will get a chance. But when I watch Trubisky and Mariota, Mariota's a different dude. Mariota bounce around, there's never a mention of Jordan Love.
Jordan Love was overdrafted.
Okay.
Jordan Love, I'd say 10% chance.
That he ever gets a chance?
That he ever gets a chance. Jordan Love will have a career.
Well, he'll money.
He'll be a dude that's bouncing around. Maybe something opens up. But even in the preseason stuff, there's nothing that you see from Jordan Love, and you're going, they're missing on this guy. He's just another dude throwing football in the NFL.
So it's just another backup quarterback. He's Steve Buechele, Chad Henne. Who's this Crum guy that they threw out there too? And that's Dustin Crum. Who is Dustin Crum? All right, I think you're right. I think I agree with you. And it kind of bums me out a little bit because I would like to see him get a chance, but I just don't think he's earned it. Like when he's got there, he came out. I thought he was dynamic. I thought there was something there, and obviously the Green Bay Packers did too.
It's such a bad pick by the Packers.
Yeah,
it was just such a bad pick. They're like, oh, we did this once with Aaron Rodgers.
Put him in a bad situation.
Let's hit lightning again. But Jordan Love was never in the conversation that Aaron Rodgers was in. Even that year, even though Aaron Rodgers plummeted, there were talk like, oh, maybe this dude will go number 1 overall. You take Alex Smith and Aaron Rodgers sits there for the entire draft. Like no one was talking about Jordan Love like that.
Yeah. Texans beat the Niners 17-0. See my guy Davis Mills, 6 for 10,
Going
58
off.
yards,
Going
touchdown.
off.
That's right. It's my guy Davis Mills.
It's your boy.
That's right. Davis Mills.
Is he taking the over with Houston?
What is it?
No. With wins?
What's the win total?
Houston Texans 4.5. They're gonna blow through that with Davis Mills.
Let's see. Indy, no. Denver, no. Chicago, yes. Chargers, no. Jacksonville, maybe. Oh, the split with Jacksonville, that's 2. Giants, yes. Maybe Cleveland. Yeah, I'll go over. I'll go to 5. Yeah,
Better team this season, Houston or Jacksonville?
Jacksonville. Who do you think?
Jacksonville.
6.5.
On Jacksonville?
Over under for Jacksonville.
Yeah, people are really, really going bonkers. Which if they go 7
until
wins,
Davis Mills messes around and wins that division.
He's not winning that division.
And they realize Jeff's gonna be able to. You better listen to this man when he talks about football.
He's not winning the division. Davis Mills will be a functional, decent fantasy quarterback. He's going to put up numbers. That's what I'm telling you. No, look.
Davis Mills has a pulse, and he can throw a football.
Davis Mills is going to be playing from behind and chuck it around and get you fantasy football points. That's what I'm not telling you he's an NFL star quarterback. I'm not telling you he's a Pro Bowler. I'm not telling you that they're going to the Super Bowl. I'm telling you that that's a guy who I watched last year that's got talent. They put Nico Collins and a couple receivers around him, and Cooks is there. And guys, if in fantasy football, if you're looking for, I wouldn't suggest you use him as your first quarterback, but if you need a backup quarterback or a third, I think he can get you points because they're going to be chucking it around the yard all day long, and he's going to be in the game. You think that's a bad theory?
No, that's a very solid theory.
All right, that's all I'm telling. Davis Mills is when you tell me the worst.
Would you take Carson Wentz or
that's actually
Davis
really
Mills out in fantasy, not in real life?
I took Davis Mills. I did.
Gosh.
Yeah. And Wentz is the same ilk, though. That's of the same ilk.
If you're at the point where you're selecting Carson Wentz for fantasy, just you're finishing in last place.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Like, just don't pick.
Is he going to be horrible?
Quarterback.
Is he going to be horrible this year? Because if you look back last year, and Amory, you watched him closer than we did.
I did.
Until the last game of the season. I mean,
he put up some fantasy points. I'm not going to lie.
Look, he put up some real points. Your team, I say your team, it's
No,
your team-in-law. Your team-in-law was right there. They were going to the playoffs. All they had to do was beat that Urban Meyer deserted team.
Yep.
And they didn't because he soiled his shorts.
Yes.
And so that's why everybody, he's horrible, he stinks. He actually did not have a horrible season.
No, stat-wise. Yeah, he just missed big moments. Didn't win the
kind of
big
the
game.
Ryan Tannehill thing.
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill was the quarterback of the #1 seed in the AFC, but he also crapped himself in the playoff, and the 1 seed lost to the team that eventually went to the Super Bowl, and so everybody tells me Ryan Tannehill stinks because of that one game. It was the highest profile game. It was a horrible game. He played, he was terrible, but he had a pretty good season up until that. But that's the last thing we remember of both Carson Wentz and Ryan Tannehill.
Yep.
I mean, tell me where I'm wrong on this.
No, you're right.
Now, did they lose confidence? Obviously the Colts lost confidence in Carson Wentz. Did the Titans lose confidence in Ryan Tannehill? Well, they drafted a quarterback, Malik Willis, right? And is he the quarterback of the future? I don't know. How many more years does Tannehill have? Tannehill he's not the reason that they went to the AFC Championship game the year prior, and he's not the reason that they were the #1 seed, but he is a reason. He certainly is a reason both of those things happened. I'm not going to tell you he's the primary, but I'm not going to tell you he's an afterthought either in that. Ryan Tannehill's been a pretty damn good quarterback for the Tennessee Titans for the last 4 years. I can't say the same thing about Carson Wentz all that time.
Carson Wentz had such an odd season.
Yes, he had some really nice games.
27 touchdown passes, just 7 interceptions.
Yeah, that's pretty decent, right?
But he was such a roller coaster ride in an offense that it's set up for a quarterback like Carson Wentz to succeed. And I don't see how the Commanders are a better situation for him than he was in last year.
So he had Pittman, he had he had the best running back in the league, arguably, right, in Taylor. Yeah, and Naheem Hines catches the ball out of the backfield. He had a decent tight end. I think Cox became really good.
Yeah. Well,
so now what does he got? He's got McLaurin, and I think you're right. I don't think he's in a better position. Yeah, T.Y.
And so it's going to be kind of the same thing. You're going to realize that just Wentz has a ceiling where he doesn't elevate. He just gets by.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah. All right.
He had a good offensive line.
He was in a better situation last year.
Yeah.
All right, text line. For the record, I don't believe 17-year-olds can give consent. Yes, you're right. That's the point. Yes. 100%, that's correct. So he can claim it was consensual. We're talking about Matt Ariza and the allegation. He can claim it was consensual. It doesn't matter. 17-year-olds legally cannot give consent. Yes, you're right. Text line. You all happen to notice that Vegas is not as bullish on UNM as the rest of the conference. UNLV at 4, Hawaii at 4, even New Mexico State 3. Vegas has no dog in the fight, so that's kind of interesting. I agree with that. When you look at it, and you know they're looking at schedules now, and New Mexico State at 3. I think what Vegas is looking at is saying New Mexico State should beat Lamar and maybe UMass, and then pick off a game somewhere, and so you want to go over under that. The UNLV thing at 4 is really interesting, by the way, because people love that. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. We're going to do those over-unders totals for the Mountain West Conference and New Mexico State. We're going to do those at 9 o'clock this morning. You're welcome to play along. Amory, what we do every year with these is
I'm very excited.
Well, we the loser buys lunch for the other two, although
But you say lunch never happens?
It never once. Has it ever happened? We ever sat and dined together outside of one of those maybe Lobo luncheons?
We should do that, by the way.
Of course.
In general.
No, that's right.
I think the winner's bought in lunch.
That's probably right.
At some point in time.
That's probably right. Very rarely are bets paid off on this show, which is fine.
We need accountability. And now that it's out there and more people are getting involved, this year there's more of an interest, there's more of a buzz.
Yep.
The payoff's going to happen.
Okay. I let Stigler off. Stigler's been very good to me. He's gotten me a lot of opportunities, so I let him off the Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey bet. He doesn't recall making the bet, Amory. This is way before.
What?
So when that fight was
Come
announced, he was in
on.
here and he said Holly won't last for the first round. Is that right? Is that how this works?
Correct.
And I said I will absolutely take that bet. Holly will last for the first round, and I'll bet you lunch. Now Scott has done a lot of good things for me, giving me a lot of opportunities, so I've let him off the hook on that. And I might even buy him lunch for everything he's done for me. That's a good man right there, Scott Stigler. But yeah, no, very rarely, Amory, are wagers settled on this show. Grady settled one with me.
Nice.
Last year, Grady and I bet the San Diego State-Arizona State game, and Grady in Santa Fe via Pecos and Manzano High School did settle up with Maker's Mark 46.
That's great man right there.
Saw him in Los Alamos. There was a cross-country meet, and his son was running, my daughter was running, and Grady was there, and so that one was settled. I know Howard and Edward settled their bet that was made on this show. So every once in a while there are. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. JJ, Rick Pitino put out a tweet about his son Richard, how they did or did not discipline their child, and how, well, maybe there may be an exception to the rule on December 18th, correct?
Might be changing soon.
When Iona plays the Lobos. Talk about that next. Hey, for quite some time, I've been talking about NewMail and telling you how NewMail has helped men, thousands of men, who benefit from industry-leading testosterone replacement at NewMail and take care of things like fatigue and depression, even erectile dysfunction. Now I'm talking to men and women because NewMail has and does specialize in hair restoration for men and women. Hair restoration without side effects. Phone number is 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or online at NewMail, NUMALE.com. So you're going to get options when you go into NewMail and talk to them about this. You can get NeoGraft hair transplants, which produce natural-looking results in less than a week with no linear scarring. You can opt for the FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser, proven to regrow hair. Or you can choose platelet-rich plasma hair therapy. This uses your own platelets to stimulate stem cells deep in your hair follicle. It stops hair loss and regrows hair. They'll walk you through the whole process. The treatments work well for both men and women who want a natural, thicker head of hair without side effects. NewMail's in Albuquerque. The number's 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or online at newmail.com.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi, everyone. My name is...
And the big day is coming up next month, September 20th, I believe. If you know a teacher or teachers, educators, special people who go above and beyond and could use some money to spend in their classrooms on their students, send me some info on them as we are identifying somebody, a local teacher, to honor on the big day, the special day. It'll be done all around the country as the College Football Playoff Foundation recognizes educators all around the country, and New Mexico Bowl will participate in that as well. So if you got a special teacher, an educator who you believe should be honored and receive some money to spend in the classroom, I'd love to hear about that person at jeff@sportsanimalabq.com or jeffrey.c.symbieta at espn.com on my New Mexico Bowl email. So a little solicitation there. All right, the day after the New Mexico Bowl, JJ, in the pit on the 18th, Rick Pitino will bring the Iona Gales in to play Richard Pitino and the New Mexico Lobos. This is a game on the schedule that people are really looking forward to.
It is a quality non-conference game, and it is that much more exciting. It's father, it's son at the pit.
All right, Daddy put out a tweet. Daddy's pretty good on the tweet, by the way.
He
right?
is. He's solid follow at Real Pitino.
All right, what did it say?
When he was asked about playing New Mexico, Real Pitino said, quote, "My wife and I never believed in spanking our children, but I'd like to give them a good spanking when we're there." But it's
pretty good. It's
pretty good. He's talking it up. They're embracing it. The storylines are going to be about so much more than basketball in this matchup. Hall of Fame coach Rick Pitino and then Richard trying to best him.
All right.
Have they ever played against each other?
I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't believe as head coaches they have.
First time.
Yeah, no, this would be good.
Head coach versus head coach.
And I think both teams would be pretty good. So that's something to look forward to. That's a pretty big weekend, huh? The weekend before Christmas?
Yes.
That's a pretty big weekend. Go out and
you
enjoy
best
yourself.
get your stuff done so we can all party at the bowl game. And then we'll spend Sunday at the pit.
All right. Yesterday, you asked for an all New Mexico Bowl team, like an all-time team. Mm-hmm. So Ryan, listen, the Ryan signal went out?
He delivered?
Well, kind of, yeah. So he says, my all New Mexico Bowl team, Derek Carr, 2009, Shaq Barrett, 2013, Aaron Jones, 2014, James Jones, 2006, Glover Quinn, 2006 and 2007. And then he said, honorable mention, Josh Doxson, 2011, Michael Gallup, 2017, Tayshaun Gibson, 09 and 11, Colin Kaepernick, 2007, Brandon McManus, 2011, and Jason Sanders. It's a decent start, no?
It's a very good start.
Jason Sanders is one of the best kickers in the league. So is Brandon McManus, correct? We got kickers, man. Let me tell you, the Jason Sanders 52-yard field goal going into that north end zone, into that 40-mile-an-hour wind when they won 23-20 right before halftime was insane.
Best kicks ever in New Mexico history.
It was insane. It
got him drafted.
It got him drafted. So, Marie, it was the windiest day we've ever had. All the signs on the east side of the stadium were blown off. We had no A-frames because they were flying away. We almost had to shut down the tailgates because it was bonkers windy, 45, 50-mile-an-hour stupidity wind, and it was cold. It was blowing north to south, and Lobos were going south to north, so dead into the wind. And Bob Davie elected to kick a field goal with 3 seconds to go before halftime. We were like, what is he doing? 52 yards into that wind, and Jason Sanders got it, and they win by 3. It was, I mean, I know we're talking about a freaking kick here, but
kicks are important.
You think when you win by 3? So that was pretty good. But yeah, Brandon McManus played for Temple. He was in that game. Shaq Barrett. Got some pretty good players on there. James Jones.
Yeah,
Aaron Jones.
Most of the players that balled out are going to be those ones. I mean, the list of
Ryan Matthews,
high-profile NFL players that played in New Mexico Bowl is outrageous. Not just dudes that, he was a 6th-round pick. He's in camp here. Like, legitimate NFL star-level talent.
What's the lineman from UTSA that got drafted in the first round?
Marcus Davenport.
Thank you.
To the New Orleans Saints.
There's a lineman, Giants, something Berg.
Weston Richburg did get drafted.
Weston Richburg, Colorado State, played with the Giants.
Yep.
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of linemen. It's kind of cool.
When Scooby Doo played for Arizona, he's pretty good.
Scooby Wright. Was he the MVP of the USFL championship? Wasn't he? Didn't I
mentioned it?
I think that's right. Yeah. I think that's right. All right, 50524. But you asked yesterday.
Yes.
And Ryan delivers. Dude, Ryan, by the way, is as good as there is. He is phenomenal. Are you on his mailing list? You start getting his. You guys both should have gotten the first New Mexico Bowl. You are. I added you to it.
Oh, okay.
If it didn't come out yesterday, then it'll come out. The first New Mexico Bowl newsletters coming out this week.
Very
You haven't
exciting.
got those yet?
No.
Yeah. That's all. That's the thing.
Thank you for putting me on that.
That's right. Well, you've earned that.
Thank you.
You are. I mean, you have 2 shows. I only have 1.
Oh my gosh.
If we're on it, you should be on it, for crying out loud. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes.
All right. 505-246-0610 coming up at so still no. I did not get a response, by the way, on a quarterback being named for New Mexico State. So whether it's
pretty sure they haven't named a quarterback.
All right, and whether and just looking at the depth chart, it is listed as or, right?
Yes.
It is Diego Pavia or Gavin Frakes. So the fact that I didn't, and he's pretty good about getting back to me pretty quickly. So we'll see. Yeah, your newsletters will be out before the end of the show. Ryan said you'll get them here pretty quick.
He's like, oh, I gotta do that.
Did he just say those are out? Oh, bleep! It's this
Oh
week.
man.
We were making a couple tweaks to the format yesterday. So, all right. Hey, what's your financial goal or goals plural? May I suggest you get a hold of Kirtland Federal Credit Union? They have products and personal service that will get you to whatever your goal is. They ask you, how can they help you today? Because banking should be easy. You can save time and money with free tools from Kirtland Federal Credit Union, online banking and bill pay, unmatched security. Look, it's a dangerous world out there for your money. That's why they employ the best technology to monitor your accounts, protect you from fraud and theft. Mobile banking, 30,000 nationwide ATMs. 30,000 in the See You Anytime and Co-op network, so you're always close to your money. E-statements that you'll receive monthly, and the Independence debit card, the little red card, backed by the Go Anywhere, Buy Anything power of Visa. It offers you exclusive purchase rewards in your online banking account. So how can they help today? Stop by any branch or visit them online, kirtlandfcu.org. That's kirtlandfcu.org. Membership eligibility required, so you're represented for complete details.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
610.
All right, don't forget the sweet deal, Tomasitas. Hit our website, 9 a.m., sportsanimallabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon, and you get $50 worth of Tomasitas for just $25 tala. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian. 505-246-0610. You can get in, 888-922-0610. You're sending me a bunch of emails this morning, which is good. Tella said, did Stiggly Wiggly welch? Pull the tape. I think he made that home claim on the air. He may have. But I remember where he was. He was right here, dude. It was right here. Look, we're all wrong on stuff. I mean, I said on the air, I thought Matt Leinart was going to be a really, really good NFL quarterback. Wrong. We're all wrong. Pull out last year's over-under win totals. Wrong. Listen to make 3 bets, or what do you call the show? What's it called?
No, we're just doing name 3 players right now.
We're not doing make 3 bets on Sunday?
We are, but just stay tight.
Well, somebody's got to tell me these things. So
I
I try to
know.
promote you, and
it's
then
not
I keep learning about stuff on
It's
the air.
name. I know. Sorry.
What's it called?
Just stick to name 3 players Saturdays at 11.
All right.
But name 3 wagers I do all the time on the social media platform.
Okay. All right. And you're wrong sometimes, right?
All the time.
All right. Just saying.
All the time.
It's not about the record. It's about the future. It's always about moving forward, Jeff. Stop looking
Life is
at
about
the negative.
breaking even.
No one cares about your record. It's about the future. Moving forward.
Is that right?
Future bets.
All right. What about
money
the,
lines?
What about the future of the
Over under.
Isotopes? What about
Really, no one cares about pass. I agree with that.
What about the future of Warren Schaefer? See, Gus says the Isotopes might need a new manager. He says, Jeff, does Vic Schaefer, his name's Warren, get a pass? I don't know why he
Why
calls
call him Vic?
Look, man, I'm just reading. I don't know. He says, Jeff, Glenn Allen Hill, the former manager, would just grunt about developing players when asked about winning the few times he came on this award-winning show. Then last year, coming off of all New Mexico's COVID restrictions, maybe Albuquerque baseball team has an excuse. But this year, when they've made a big deal about the importance of winning, this record is a huge disappointment. So does Vic Schaefer get a pass because of COVID? Fire the manager, dude. That's what I think. That's what Gus is telling me. They lost.
I can never tell if these are serious emails or sarcastic
I
emails.
think it's sarcasm based in serious. Yes. Does that make sense? I think Gus is like, he's like, yeah, if you're going to talk about all those other coaches, well, then fire this guy. Where it's sarcastic, but he's pissed that they're not winning. Like there are a few people, Gus and Gene, and there are a few people who are
that are invested in minor league baseball.
I get more Isotope emails about winning every day than anything else that we get.
Well, they're
I
from
do.
4 people.
Fair enough, but those are active people. Yes, I understand.
That grew up when minor league baseball mattered and they won.
Yes.
But here's the thing, Jeff. Unless Warren Schaefer is doing something that's holding players back, or he's just a terrible dude, there's no reason to fire your minor league managers for not winning enough. When the franchise and the manager are at the whim of whatever the Rockies want to do with their affiliates.
Do you want another one? Yes. Richard's in on it. The long road from Hartford. That's where the AA team is. Jeff, every year this time we hear AA. That's where JJ's organization really shines. Just wait until those guys get up here. Well, where are they? They get lost on the way to Albuquerque from Connecticut? And they're, by the way, they're from different email addresses, just so you know. I think they are. Yeah. Even from different servers, so that's good. All right, Omar's in on the Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys, and J.J. Buck. Jeff, next to, quote, you can drink water, end quote, J.J.'s biggest OD contribution is the best ability is availability. I don't think this injury is going to impact the NFL's most complete franchise as much as the talking heads claim. This guy has gotten to the point where he's always hurt. It's time for Coach Jones to let him go. He is talking about Tyron Smith, the left tackle, who is undergoing surgery for the Cowboys. So he doesn't think that Cowboys injury is really big. I disagree with him. I think it's really big. But he likes your quote. He's all about what you have to say. So I'll give him that.
So, minor league baseball.
Yes.
Hartford. AA.
Yes.
ISO AAA.
Yeah.
At what point does it come to the realization that you can't pitch in Albuquerque or Colorado? Like, there's no more games to play. There's nothing else to try. Like, if you want to look at a difference, the hitters, like, they come and they do their job. They get called up. They move on. The team can't pitch.
So I always play, I go along with that, and I think that's right. But then why is Fresno and Round Rock and Sugar Land able to pitch in this place? But
Are they?
Well, I mean, somebody's got to win the game, right?
Yeah, but look at the scores of the games.
They're high-scoring games. But why are their guys pitching better than?
They're not really pitching that much better.
Well, the point is they're both playing the same ballpark. So, I take that in regards when I look at numbers.
But your offense is great at home.
Yeah,
it's getting blown up each way.
Okay.
The pitching's not that good even when it goes on the road.
Well, then why isn't the pitching good on the road? Then why what does altitude have to do when you go?
And
down
then when the offense goes on the road,
yeah,
takes a hit.
Understood.
Like that's evident.
So why is the but why does the
yeah.
pitching take a hit when you go on the road? Why when you go to Tacoma, when you go to Sugar Land, when you go to Round Rock? Why, then explain that to me.
Because the pitching's never been good in this organization.
But if you tell me they're good at Hartford, and then you say why when they come to Albuquerque, why aren't they good?
That's what I'm trying to. Is it just the talent level?
I don't know.
The getting shellacked on a consistent basis when you're running dudes out there with 9 ERAs on the season.
What are you gonna do? I agree with you that there's an issue there. I just don't know that I buy it that they put on an Albuquerque uniform and all of a sudden they can't pitch at sea level anymore. Ruben, good morning. Hello, Ruben.
Hey, good morning.
What's happening?
Oh, it's okay. I value you guys' opinions really good. You guys are good, but here's my question. It's been bothering all week about golf. I don't know if I'm the only person in the planet here that I don't think it's fair for the championship for example, starting at -10.
Yeah.
Now,
I think it's too
I'd
much.
like to hear your professional opinion on this. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks. I think it's too much also. I think to give a guy starting at 10 under and that guy starts at 8 under and that guy starts at I think it's too much also. But what their whole point is we're waiting the whole season. What you did all season matters going into this final tournament. And they do it for this one tournament where and the winner of the cup gets $20 million. Whoever wins the FedEx Cup this weekend is going to win $20 million. I believe that to be significant gelt, right?
Pretty good.
And so that's why that's their way. Ruben, I don't disagree with you. I mean, you give a guy a start and didn't tell me you start at 10 under, go catch him. And then the next guy's at 8 under, and the next guy's you're not catching him. Like the guys who started even aren't catching the guy who's 10 under. Now, can a guy who's 6 under make up the 4 strokes? He can. Is it going to be a fun watch this weekend? Look, it's always been a fun watch. Always when Tiger won it, when Rory won it, they all win it. It's always a fun watch on Sunday to watch this thing come down to it. And I think history tells you that it'll be interesting down the end. It's the one week they do that. It feels like a way too. It's too weighted, but that's the intent of it. The intent of it is to weight it to give the guy who had the most FedEx points all year, instead of just starting from scratch, instead of starting from scratch and saying the $20 million is on the line, your whole season worth of work, what's the word? The body of work, the term we hear a lot during March Madness, it comes into play for the FedEx Cup. I don't think he's wrong, though.
By the way, the pitching's not that much better at Hartford.
Is it not?
They got 4.79 earned run average on the season.
Then that's your answer.
They just win.
Yeah.
Like they're 67-49.
Well, but then your answer's on the pitching, then you're right. If it's not very good, then it's not very good.
And then by the way, Albuquerque's pitching staff this year, away games 6.73.
That's insane.
Earned run average, home
insane.
games 6.66.
So it's higher on the road.
Yes.
Yeah. So you explain that to me. And the answer is the pitching is just not very good. Yeah. All right, 9 o'clock, we're going to go through the win totals, and you can pick along at home with them, and we'll see how we all do. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Don't make me block you. Don't be the first.
On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
All right. Hey, we're back. I don't know where I've gotten all that from. I mean, have I just been hanging out with TJ that much? All right, we're back. Hold on.
This week?
What?
This is ending really good, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why? What did the
Well, I
boss
feel
say
like-
to you? I mean, is it a good conversation with the boss? Is that why it ended so well?
No, I'm just talking about the flow.
Oh.
You know, like 2 days ago, like I feel like it's very
2
much
days
more
ago, we
upbeat.
wanted to hit people with helmets.
Yeah, hit people with helmets. Like today, it's like upbeat and like it's Friday and like we're gonna hone a little bit.
We are gonna hone?
We're gonna do our picks.
We're gonna pick?
Yeah.
All right. I'm down.
I got the email from Ryan.
You did?
Yeah.
It's already out?
I just got it.
Shut
Just to let you know on break.
So you got the first 0-week New Mexico Bowl newsletter.
Yep.
Did it have all like the predictions? Before the season started, who's in the game? All the predictions on there?
I just
That's like what
received it.
everybody
I
looks
haven't
at.
read
That's
it
what
yet.
everybody looks at.
Yeah.
And people take it for gospel. Oh, that's who's going to be in the game?
It has important dates.
That's right.
Quick facts.
Of course.
Very nice picture of you.
Absolutely. That's my new headshot, I think.
That's about it so far.
Yeah, that's right. All right. Hey, so the talk of the NBA, there's been a lot of talk this week. As we get off of my headshot and talk about the NBA, there was the Kevin Durant story this week where they're going to make nice and they're going to go forward with their partnership, which is such an odd term for a player who's part of a team. And then the Pat Beverly trade from Utah to the Lakers. And so I'm reading all the headlines and looking at everything this morning, and Westbrook has to be traded or sent home, according to CBS. First of all, I've asked you this question, and you don't think it's as crazy as I do. You think somebody will just take on that $40-something million because it's an expiring contract, right? So you don't think it's going to be as impossible to trade him as...
Well, I don't... I think the Lakers just eat it. It's a year.
So just tell him to go home and we'll pay you $46 million and
I don't even think that. Just... At some point, it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, but you got to say, Russ, if you want to be on this team, you're going to be the highest played rotation player in this league. Like, you can't guarantee you're going to be a starting lineup. You can't guarantee you're going to be finishing games. That's on you. Because your percentages offensively are terrible. Just being an athlete is not the expectations you have when LeBron James is trying to run it back one or two more times to compete at a championship level.
Can he earn his way back into the rotation? He can he? I mean, did he have an off year, or is he done? Because here's a guy that was an MVP caliber player who was a triple-double machine. Like, we're talking
because
about...
he was playing on a team that he could do that.
Okay, but he could play, is my point, right?
So he could gobble up rebounds, get assists, and he was not...
And the ball was always in his
never
hand.
been the most efficient scorer.
He's not a shooter.
And you can't play that way. MVP Russell Westbrook does not fit on a team that's trying to win an NBA championship.
All right, so this is where it boggles my mind a little bit. Russell Westbrook is one of the most athletic players we've seen. He was, I mean, again, one of the best players in this damn league. That's how he got a $46 million a year contract. I'm struggling believing at, how old is he? 33? That all of a sudden, last year, he's done. He can't play anymore. Now, to your point, JJ, he has to evolve. This is on him. His game, he can't be that guy. But do you think it's within him, not ego-wise, physical-wise, to be what they need him to be?
Yes. At this point this year for the Lakers, like it's 1 year. Don't look at the salary. Straight up look at what can Russell Westbrook be.
Yeah, because he's here. We're already spending
He's
money.
here.
Yeah.
If he is the highest paid rotation player, so be it. And Russ, you're getting that money regardless,
That's
dude.
right.
Go
So
out
do
there
your
and
thing.
prove people wrong.
Yeah.
Like, be a presence defensively, attack the basket, find a role that works, because you're not going to be a number one option.
All right, when we come back, college football, win totals, Mountain West, New Mexico State. We're going to go through them and play the game. Play along with us. It's next. It's the OD and the AM on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the pet supply superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
AJ Bob.
All right, when I read you Jason's email a little later, the prop bets, the over-under prop bets that he has put on the board for us on the ESPN broadcast for New Mexico State tomorrow and the Nevada game are really, really good. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie, Adrian. Glad you're with us. Good Friday morning. Ho to you. It is that time of year. We do this once a year, and then we break them out in November when the football season's over. So, A. Marie, these are regular season win totals. Vegas Insider's numbers as of yesterday. These do
Thank you for sending them to me.
All right, so these do not include bowl games, JJ, and they do not include conference championship games, correct?
That is correct.
These are regular season win totals.
Yeah, you sent us the number.
Yeah, no, I sent you yesterday, but I want to be very clear. Okay. So if Boise State is at 9, and let's just say they go into the conference championship game and they're 9-3, and you took the over and they win the conference championship game, you go 10-3. That doesn't matter. These are just regular season, not including conference championship game and or bowl games. Understood?
Got it.
All right. So Fresno State's at 8, and they win the conference championship and go 9. They don't go over. They're still under. Right. You good? All right. You can play along at home with us. Over, under, win totals. And we're just going to go alphabetically. We're just going to go right down the line and go alphabetically. Air Force is up first. They open with Northern Iowa. They play Northern Iowa, Colorado, Army, and Navy is their non-conference games. Hey, Marie, and you won't go first every time. We'll rotate this whole thing. But you are up first. 8.5 is the number on Air Force. Which way you going?
Under.
You're going under. JJ?
Give me the over. I think this can be a 9-win football team. Zeke Daniels, Brad Roberts leading the option offense. Might be a little different defensively, but that offense can be one of the best in the conference.
So they're
going to improve.
Yeah, this is one of the tough. Well, to improve, they were a 10-win team last year too. This was one of the toughest ones for me. The swing game for me is Colorado. I have them under. I have them at 8. I have them at 8 wins.
That half is. Whew.
Yeah, no, that's what. There should be a hook on every one of these.
Yep.
All right, Boise State is at 9. The Broncos are picked to win the Mountain Division of the Mountain West Conference. They are. They're Boise State. They are the brand. Their non-conference schedule is Oregon State on the road, Tennessee Martin at home, UTEP on the road, and BYU on the blue. The number, JJ, is 9. Where are you?
Tough.
It is tough. They're all.
I'm gonna take the over.
Okay.
I'm taking a big bounce back season from Boise State.
Okay.
I like them similar to Air Force in terms of being a 9-win team, but I think they're going to go on a really strong run. I think they'll split that San Diego State Fresno State.
So do I.
Theirs is BYU.
The swing game?
I think yes.
Well,
I think they should play well and beat Oregon State even on the road.
Yeah.
But they can get BYU, then they finish Nevada, Wyoming, Utah State, which I think they're better than Utah State this season. Could get them to 10.
So I think I got them under. I got them right at 9 also.
I got them under as well.
You got them under also? So I got them under, and I think, boy, this was a tough one for me because
if I could push, I would, but you can't.
Yeah, no, it's right at 9 because I also think they split San Diego State and Fresno State. By the way, they get them both at home. They get San Diego State and Fresno State at home. And I think they're going to lose, a game in the mountains somewhere, whether it's Wyoming, whether it's Utah State, whether it's Air Force, whether it's Colorado. I think they lose one of those. And the BYU game is tough. All right, Colorado State's at 5.5. And for me, I've got them at 6. I'm putting them over on the 6, and I'll tell you why. They play Michigan. Middle Tennessee's better than you think. At Washington State and Sacramento State. And then I look at what they've got, and I think the difference is Jay Norvell. I think they get to 6. I think they get to bowl eligibility. Hey, Marie?
I got the over as well.
All right, where you got them?
Easy under.
Easy under.
Easy under.
So we're all different. You're different.
I like it.
Completely on everything.
I think, it's going to be close.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really close.
Yeah.
5-win team.
Yeah.
But I don't see them pushing being bowl eligible.
So you got them as a 5-win team. See, one way or the other, to me, isn't all that crazy. All right, this is an interesting one. Fresno State picked to win the West. Amory, you're up first. The number is 8.5. They have Cal Poly, Oregon State, USC, and UConn as their non-con.
I have them under at 8 though.
You have them at 8.
Yep.
All right. JJ, where you got them? Yeah.
I'm going under.
You're going under. Yeah, we're 100% different.
I like this.
Yeah. I go over on them. I got them at 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they lose to SC and then lose to either San Diego State or Boise State. And I think they run the table other than that. I think they're better than Cal Poly. I think they beat Oregon State. They beat UConn. I don't know where I think they're going to lose 4 games. I just don't see 4 losses. I think they're really good. Jake Kaner's terrific if he stays healthy. Jeff Tedford's back. I just don't see how they don't get there. All right, JJ, you'll be up first on this. Timmy Chang. Now, remember, keep in mind, Hawaii plays 13 games, so they got a little advantage in the over-under game. 4.5 is their number. Vanderbilt, Western Kentucky, Michigan, Duquesne are their and New Mexico State are their non-conference. They play 5 non-conference games, and only 2 of them are on the road. One's at New Michigan and one's at New Mexico State. 4.5 is their number.
Over.
Okay.
5-win football.
Okay.
I have the same.
All right. I'm the other way. Man,
what do you have them at?
I got them under. I got them at 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where I think they're getting all those wins. I mean, if you tell me they're going to win at New Mexico State, I'll listen to you. If you tell me they're going to beat Duquesne, I'll listen to you. I'm not sure who else I think they're beating. Maybe Nevada?
Mm-hmm.
UNLV? I mean, okay, and then we got to 4. We're getting another one. So we'll see. All right, New Mexico is next. I'm going to tell you, and maybe we're too close to this. I just 2.5. I don't know how they don't win more than 2.5.
I'm all day.
I'm over on New Mexico.
Let's go, Danny Gonzalez.
You're over on New Mexico.
You're 3.
Where are you on New Mexico?
Asterisk.
Over.
Right.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's the only one we all agree on. It's the only one you and I agreed on so far. All right, this one, and JJ will be up first on this.
What?
No, it's in rotation. It's JJ's turn to be first.
Okay.
I go under on Nevada every year. But they open up, you look at them, New Mexico State, Texas State, Incarnate Word. And then it gets tough. Iowa, Air Force, Colorado State. The number on Nevada is 4.5 for a team that we know nothing about. Where are you on Nevada?
Under.
You're under? I'm under too.
I'm under at 4.
So we're all under on Nevada. All right. I guess it's my turn.
So
1, 2, 3.
Nevada's going to win 6 games.
That's right. Promise.
Guarantee it.
Yeah, promise. No. San Diego State, a team that it feels like every year their number is 7.5. And every year I think I sit here and just go, I don't understand how it's only 7.5. They're going to beat Arizona. They're going to beat Idaho State. They probably get beat at Utah, Toledo, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, San Jose State. I don't see how San Diego State doesn't win more than 7.5. I'm over on San Diego State. Hey, Marie?
I'm going over as well.
JJ?
Over.
All right, so we're all over on San Diego State.
That and UNM.
We've all agreed on the last 3, New Mexico, Nevada, and San Diego State, which, all right, that's fine.
I think San Diego State starts out 3-1.
Yeah.
At Boise State, okay. But then Hawaii, Nevada, Fresno State, UNLV, San Jose State, at New Mexico Air Force.
Yeah, I don't see how they don't win 8 games. All right. San Jose State. This is a really interesting one, right? Chevin Cordero is their quarterback. He comes over from Hawaii. Brent Brennan feels like they're healthier. This is that team every year, JJ, that it looks like, okay, he's got some talent. Where are they? What do? They play Auburn on the road. They play Portland State, Western Michigan, and what's their other? And New Mexico State are their non-conference games. The number's 6.5. Hey, Marie, you're up.
I have them under at 5.
Okay.
I'm under on San Jose State as well.
Yeah, I've got them at 5 also. All right, that's 4 in a row that we've agreed upon. We got a little problem here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. UNLV is up next. Rebels have an interesting schedule. Idaho State, then Cal, North Texas, and their other non-conference game is Notre Dame. The number's 4.5 on UNLV. JJ?
I'm going over.
You're going over. All right, I'm going under on UNLV. Everybody,
I got under. I got 3.
Everybody, and all the wise guys are saying, "Oh, you got to go over. UNLV is a great bet. Go over, go over, go over." I'm not certain I see
I'm going
it.
under at 3.
All right, Utah State won the league last year. Utah State's not getting a whole lot of respect this year. Utah State's number is 7. They play. Is UConn in this damn league? Does everybody play UConn? They play UConn, Alabama, Weber State, and BYU. I think it's my turn, right? The number is 7. I think they win 7 games. I think that is their number, but I'll err on an over for Utah State. I mean, I think we're all gonna push this one, but I'll go over on Utah State. Amory?
Over.
Or on the over train.
Yeah.
Right, everybody's
I had
on
him
the
at
over
7 as well.
Yeah, I got them right at 7. All right, Wyoming's interesting. Wyoming, Craig Bohl's feeling a little pressure up there. They did win 6 games last year. They did go to a bowl game. They'll open at Illinois. Their swing game is Tulsa at home. They get Northern Colorado. Then they also get BYU on the road. Conference games in conference, their crossover games, Fresno State, San Jose State, and Hawaii. The Hawaii games on the road. The number on Wyoming is 5. JJ?
I'm going to take the over.
All right. As much as I want them to go over, because I love having them in our game, I'm going under on them. I just
give me the hook on this one.
I know. I wanted 5.5 too. I think they beat Northern Illinois, Hawaii, and then I don't give them. I mean, New Mexico's beat them 2 of the last 2 years. Who are they better than? Emery, where'd you go?
I went under.
You went under on them too. JJ, where are you getting 6 out of them? I mean, Tulsa, North. If you want to give them Tulsa at home, okay. Northern Colorado, okay. You want to tell me Hawaii, and even if you want,
I think they're a 5-win team.
Yeah, I think that's the number 2.
But I locked in on the over, so there it is.
Yeah. All right. And the last one that we'll do is New Mexico State, and they're not in the Mountain West Conference, but we're going to do New Mexico State. The number's 3. Nevada, Minnesota, UTEP, Wisconsin, Hawaii, FIU, New Mexico, San Jose State, UMass, Lamar, Missouri, and Liberty. I'm struggling on this. JJ, I go over every year and I get beat every year, so I think their number.
You said 3.5.
Oh no, I said 3 even. I said 3 even. Where are you?
Oh, that's where the line's at.
Yeah.
I had it wrong.
Where are you?
Down wrong. I'm going over.
You're going over?
I'm believing in Jerry Kill.
Where are you going?
And the team we know nothing about.
So you're under. She's over.
I think I'm under.
So you're
yeah,
under.
I'm really struggling with this one.
Let's
I go over every year and I
go,
get beat on them,
let's
so I
go.
think I went under.
Over for both the New Mexico teams.
You know what?
Let's
No, bleep
go.
it. I'm going over on them.
Let's
I'm
go.
going over. I'm going over on them.
Homers. Let's go.
Where are you going? I'm going over.
JJ.
I will take the under.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right, we're in.
That's a tough one. I want those hooks too.
We're in. So we'll pull this out in November, and we'll
very
figure out
excited.
where it is and who's buying pancakes.
Is pancakes a thing?
I don't know. Whatever. Isn't that
Nachos.
Whatever you guys want.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna lose, so I'll buy. I don't care.
Pokey.
Ooh.
Wait,
damn.
JJ, you probably don't like
Do you do
pokey.
the pokey? Do you go to pokey?
I haven't had it. I
That's
did
like
it. I'm
my
a big
favorite spot. Like literally
Me
3 times a
too.
week.
I love it so much.
I mean, literally 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, it's so good.
Really good.
Yeah.
And there's the other one right across the academy, Pokey something.
I'm more of a
Well, you got to try that. I mean, Pokey
I'll
Hulu,
try
I think
it.
is what it's just another spot. It's
Yeah,
you know,
I just love pokey.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. You can get in on what you heard. Feel free. I'd love your thoughts on where you are. Are there any over-unders that jump out from you? I'm going to read you Jason's email. He's got some really good prop bets as well. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Amory, and Adrian. Glad you're with us on a Friday morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Looking to get a fix?
No, man, I'm just...
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets.
I guess after throwing away all your money, you might as well hoe.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare.
was like a zenful hoe.
And I lost it like real quick. I thought, okay, I got a little left, and then it just stopped coming out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
very like zenful hoe.
That's right. Just
into the weekend. Those picks.
Oh, my head hurts though. I hoe until I hurt. Do you realize that?
I know.
I do. I
watch
kind
every
of come out and I got, whoa, I need. I probably should. Yesterday I forgot to eat too. Like I got back to the office and I realized, that breakfast I normally eat. Oh, it's. All right, emails and texts coming in. Text at 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. I got a really good one for you here in a minute. Terry on the text line said the show's coming in good from Dallas Airport Old School. Really? Like, are you listening over the AM signal in Dallas? Dodgers would keep stud pitchers at AA San Antonio and limit their time in Albuquerque. Don't like new way on FedEx Cup. Like the even start. Any of the top 5 would win if they have a good weekend. If you carry the points over, I don't know, man. I don't understand the math on the FedEx Cup points anyway. I love watching like towards the end as guys are qualifying for the top whatever spots, and it keeps changing and projected. And if he makes this putt, he drops from 80 to 112, and if he makes it, he goes up to whatever. Okay. All right, you ready? Here's Jason's email on the Aggie opener. A chill is in the air. The smell of chili roasting. Afternoon and evening rains. It's football season, y'all. Aggie football begins a new era. The era where Aggie football kills, see what he did there? The competition. When Jerry Kill leads his young Aggies out of the Allen family locker room onto the ramp and stampedes onto the Aggie Memorial Stadium turf, flanked by Pistol Pete, Keystone, and a host of sun dancers. There will be zero expectations, but a lot of optimism. The question becomes, as it is with every coaching staff in the city of the Crosses, can Aggie football be seen less as the veggie tray or black pudding-like appetizer for Aggie hoops, and more like the chicken wings before the main course of Aggie hoops? And can the football program connect with the alumni and interested parties inside and outside the 575, translating into more revenue? A satisfying season for Aggie football would be 3 to 4 wins, crimsonally. Jason. P.S. Prediction for Aggie football. Aggie football will have more fans for their opener than the mangy mutts to the North's game against Maine. You might be right.
Yeah.
Over-unders. Over on Air Force. Over on Boise. Over on Colorado State. Over on Fresno State. Over on Hawaii. Over on New Mexico. Over on New Mexico State. Under on Nevada. Over on San Jose State. Over on San Diego State. Under on San Jose. Under on Vegas. Over on Utah State. Under on Wyoming. PPS, the Aggies have not named a starter, according to Coach Jerry. Both Frakes and Pavi will see snaps. All right, here's your prop bets. You ready? You know what? Let me take this call. I'll give you the prop bets when we come back, because he's got really good prop bets on here that I want to play with later. Sherman, you want fantasy help? A-Marie might be able to help you. What's up?
Hey, I got to do my fantasy pick Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had Devontae Adams for the last several years, but not this year. So I really need a wide receiver.
Okay. What are your options?
What pick are you?
I won't know until Monday night.
Oh.
All right. So I love Adam. I'll tell you where I am. If you got first
Are
round,
you in a keeper league?
I'm sorry?
Are you in a keeper league?
Yes.
You got rid of Devontae Adams?
Who'd you keep?
Well, I could. Do you really think he's still?
Well, what's your other options for keeping? Who else would you keep?
Well, I always stay with the Green Bay quarterback. He's my pick.
That one guy, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Good. He's pretty good.
That's a good idea.
All right. I know you love Jefferson.
Yeah, I love Justin Jefferson, of course.
I love Kupp.
Jamar Chase.
I
think A.J. Brown is a really good pick this year.
Who do you like?
I like A.J.
I would
I like
say C.D. Lamb, but then now the Cowboys, I don't know what's going to happen with them.
Who do you like?
You know, I have my emotions don't let me pick Cowboys. So
sometimes fantasy, you got to put that aside.
Well, sometimes you can't. I didn't pick Debo because I didn't want a Niner. Then I picked their kicker. All right, you got anybody?
All right.
All right.
Those are some good thoughts, man. Hey, appreciate it.
All right. Good luck, Sherman.
All right.
For early round receivers, I mean, I think we hit him, right?
Yeah.
Kupp, Jefferson.
If he needs.
Where is Debo really falling, huh? I've watched Debo go in drafts third, fourth round.
Yeah.
What don't I get? I pass on him too.
The football.
Yeah, and he does everything.
I pass on him too.
Dang. Okay, well, Keith, by the way, the next caller. Oh, let's see if that was him. Hold on.
Like it's
I'll hold on.
Round 3, 4, getting Deebo Samuel all day, every day, because they're going to manufacture him easy touches, not just in the passing game, but out of the backfield. I know everyone's freaking out about Trey Lance. Maybe he's not accurate enough. Debo's playmakers are going to get the football in that offense.
Yeah. All right. Hey Keith, good morning. How you living?
Man, just dandy. I followed your career for a long time, and when you got on Sports Animal, it was just natural. I'm going to listen to you. And you're always talking about stuff that intrigues me. I don't call in very often, maybe just a few times in all these years. But I got to tell you, your hoe today, I got a phone call, and I had a really long conversation with this guy. I get rid of him, and you're still hoeing. I don't know where that comes from, man. That's crazy.
I just love to hoe, Keith. I just love to hoe.
You got some lungs on you or something. But I got to tell you, I appreciate you and JJ and Anne Marie. It's a great show, and I look forward to listening to you every morning. But today it took the cake, man. It was amazing.
Thank you, Keith.
How long you could blow that horn.
All right, Keith, appreciate you.
You have a great weekend. I know I'm going to work on it, so I'll call in again sometime when you beat that hoe.
That's going to be tough. All right, be well, man. That's really nice, and appreciate the kind words. Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, you have a great day.
You too. Wow.
Those are nice.
I could blow that horn, huh? I mean, I don't know.
No swinging helmets today.
Look, I mean, just love to hoe. That was really nice. Thank you, Keith. Don't be a stranger. All right, we got a break. When we come back, I'm gonna hit you. So it's actually pretty funny stuff. Jason put together some prop bets for this weekend for you. They're not real, but they should be. 505-246-0610. Looking forward to wrapping up this week strong on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show.
Lions head coach Dan Campbell is...
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For 50 years, Clark's Pet Emporium has been your pet's favorite stop. Fish, birds, cats, dogs, reptiles, and small animals. Clark's has built a tradition of friendly, knowledgeable service focused on affordable, quality pet care products and food. Locally owned and operated with 2 convenient locations for all your pet needs, including an extensive selection of gifts for both owners and pets. 11200 Manal Northeast or 4914 Lomas Northeast. Clark's Pet Emporium is celebrating 50 years. Thank you, Albuquerque, the Pet Supply Superstore. ClarksPets.com.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
And then every Friday, Joe would hoe, and then we would hoe with Joe, and well, then
Sounds
there
like a
we
Dr.
go,
Seuss
bro.
book.
Yeah. So, okay. So back end of this this email that Jason sent, he offered up some prop bets. If these are a thing, he said on the ESPN broadcast this coming Saturday, which will be tomorrow, for the New Mexico State Nevada game. Are you ready for these? I know you make 3 bets, right?
Nope.
Over under. How many times it's mentioned that Diego Pavia, their quarterback, won a national championship at Nimi? He puts it at 4. It's pretty good, all right? Over under how many times Jerry Kill's medical issues are mentioned? This is easy to go over, the number 3, don't you think?
Yeah.
Easy. All right, now, how many, over under, how many times New Mexico State is called UNM? 20. Over under 20. Aggie fans are just going easy over. You're going under, right?
On one broadcast, or is it the season?
Right, no, but he's saying on one broadcast. And Aggie fans are going over, easy. Over under, how many times Breaking Bad is mentioned, though Las Cruces is 220 miles south of Albuquerque? He says 10. How many times New Mexico State's basketball program is referenced? 8. And over under bad puns with Jerry Kill's name by media members and yours truly this season, 933.
A lot of overs in there.
Well,
a lot of overs.
Yeah. No, that's a good one today, Jason. That's actually really, really good. Carl says we should be better. Jeff, I'm listening to the picks with some Wyoming fans. They kept saying, we should be better than this. Polk should be higher than 5 predicted wins. Bowl must go. Huh?
Craig Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You know who he is, Jeff?
Who is he?
Rocky Long.
I was just thinking that's what you were going to say. No. I was just thinking that. So a guy who wants to be there, who's really good, such a good fit there, has had success, and he actually played for a championship in this league, and now is having some down years, and somehow you guys should be a 10-win team every year. You know, Wyoming's got a tough place too. It's not easy to be consistent up there. Should Wyoming be better than a 5-win team every single year? JJ, they're going to have their ups and downs too, right? I mean, that's a tough spot.
Have you ever been to Laramie, Wyoming, Jeff?
Yeah, I've never not had a good time there. But yeah, I've been there a lot.
I do not want to spend 4 years in Laramie, Wyoming.
Okay.
Transfer and you're portal. Asking, yes, but still.
It's beautiful, JJ.
It was nice because I got to be there for 2 days.
Yep, it is.
Craig Bowl has done an amazing job.
I think so too.
At Wyoming, and this is tough because it goes back to the people that are so hot and bothered by Danny Gonzalez. It's like Danny hasn't even achieved this level, but I think you can have standards, but you don't have to fire the dude all the time. Like, because in sports, the only accountability is your job, and so from a fan standpoint, like you weren't good this year, you should be fired. Like, that's the only accountability. Well, I'm going to scream that you should lose your job or you should be traded because that's the role that you have as a fan. But if you're a Wyoming fan, you can be frustrated. Y'all won a bowl game last year.
That's right.
What is there, like, what do you think your ceiling is? It's not higher than that. It is.
But they believe that.
It doesn't matter what
every
fan base believes that. The reality is you can have that one season where you push to win the division. It's the same thing here in New Mexico.
But see, when you have that season, all of a sudden fans think that's the bar.
It's not the bar, that's the ceiling.
But
the bar is bowl eligibility.
That's fair, and that's a fair bar for every team in this league.
That's a bar for the majority of the teams.
That's right.
In the Mountain West.
Yeah. Period.
In Group of 5 conferences.
Yes.
Across the board.
Yeah.
The way the system is set up. But if you're itching to run Craig Bowl out of town, you ain't getting better than that for a while.
I can't agree with you more. Like, who do you want in there? You look at the best coaches they've had up there, and I think Craig Bull's with them. They love Joe Glenn. They fired Joe Glenn. They had Joe Tiller up there. He was really good.
Homeboy had one winning season.
Who did? Joe
Glenn?
No, I know. That's why they ran him out.
Yeah.
Great guy. Everybody loved Joe Glenn. Everybody loved. But he had one winning season. They ran him out. Joe Tiller was there. He had success. He went to Purdue. Look at the tenure. What's the longest tenured coach in probably since the 80s? Might be Craig Bull. Right?
You're talking the potential to win 7 to 8 games because you're getting bowl eligible, and then you get that extra victory.
Yep.
So because of bowl games, they've won 8 games twice. But they had an 8-win season with a bowl loss, which was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I don't know what they think they're getting up there. I agree with you. Why? It's like Littlefield. We should be better.
Look at the roster. Yeah, they had Josh Allen for 2 years. Hit a home run finding the dude in a JUCO. And that's kind of run down the list, and these teams are struggling to find that next quarterback. But to be that consistent when you've been struggling to find quarterback play is really impressive because they put dudes in the NFL. They get NFL talent to Laramie. That's Craig Bull and his staff. So don't get too far over your skis, Pokes fans, thinking that life is going to be better after Craig Bull.
You know what I always tell you? If you want to make a change, tell me what you think is going to be better. Who you got? What do you think you're getting better up there? Well, we're gotta get younger, more dynamic coaches. Somehow that younger, dynamic coach is going to make Laramie a cool spot for players to go. You got a coach who's getting guys to the NFL who has proven he's got 2 quarterbacks in the NFL right now as starters. I don't know how many coaches outside of Nick Saban right now have 2 quarterbacks in the NFL as starters. Do you? No. How many head coaches right now? I mean, there might be another one.
Look at dudes on active rosters right now, and of course, everything going on recently.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, of course. Logan Wilson. Andrew Wingard. Chad Muma just got drafted.
Yep. Really high.
Jacob Hollister is an NFL tight end.
Yep. No, they got
that's impressive.
I'm just telling you, and knowing Craig Bull a little bit, and knowing that town a little bit, and knowing that the culture up there, that's the right guy. Now, are they winning at a consistent level? Have they ever? Honestly, with all due respect,
are they winning? Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
2016.
Yes. Have they ever won at a bigger level than they're winning right now? Like consistently.
So Craig Bull came in, and had 2 rebuilding years. They were 4-8, 2-10.
Okay.
So 2016.
They play for the championship.
I have to double check that. But 2016, with a bowl loss, they are 8-6. Then they're 8-5 with a bowl win, 6-6, no bowl game in 2018. 8-5 with a bowl win in 2019, 2-4, 7-6. That's consistency.
Not good enough, man. No, you're right. It sounds like the Rocky Long thing, doesn't it? Well, we got to be better. Who's taking us to the next level? Who's taking us to the next? What does that even mean up there? What does that even mean? LSU 07, book it, push it, worse. What is that? Oh, over 7. LSU over under is only 7. Ryan just sent me. If that's it, book that too. Go bet that the over on LSU. Don't you think? All right, we're gonna wrap up the week. I got some text for you. If you want to get in, you can still 505-246-0610. Been a fun week on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
High school sports are
Friday.
You can watch every ProView Network broadcast
Text line says,
online.
Dan says, I'll be hoeing on Fridays for the rest of my life, Jeffrey. Juan Jose y Ana Maria. And I still can't believe I have Joseph to thank. Flippin' Joseph. It's from Dan. You ever met Joe?
No.
Would I call him grape juice?
Where would I meet him?
I don't know. Joe's been around. I mean, Joe's an original member. He's on the original T-shirt.
There's a T-shirt with like you guys physically on it.
Well, there's a T-shirt with when Carlisle used to be on the show. JJ, there was that black T-shirt with our faces on it. Remember that one?
It's the thing of nightmares.
Then there was an original one on the back. It was me and Joe and Skip from like whatever it was 14 years ago. What year was that? 08? No. Haven't been a T-shirt for a while. Scott Cregan was in the other day. I think all the T-shirt funds are going to the big 770 100th
Well, can we make our own shirts?
I mean, imagine we can, yeah.
I still think we need a 3 jerk shirt.
Mm-hmm. You want your face on it?
No.
You want your face on a T-shirt?
No.
You want your face on a billboard?
Sure.
Okay.
All 3 of us?
Well, no. I mean, that's
Why?
not, that's not going to happen.
What? Why?
Come on. You know that. Text line, who's going to actually brag about attendance numbers when your school is whoring itself out with $5 tickets to its opener?
Woo. You say $5 tickets?
Is that what they are? I have no idea. Let me tell you, if that's what they're doing,
You can get a deal for the Lobos like that,
look,
too.
They're
Sorry. Not
no,
sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I'm not sorry.
If that's what you got to do to get people to sample your product, get them out to sample your product. The problem with that, as you well know, is then they want $5 tickets every time.
Yeah, also, people just love a deal or free, no matter what team you are.
Look, the free thing.
Everyone loves the free.
And if you don't give it to them free the next time, they don't say thank you. They say bleep you for not giving them free again.
Absolutely.
It's a really tough dilemma when you get to that point. Been there, done it, struggle with it. What? All right, what are you watching this weekend? What's most intrigue? The football, the golf? What's the Aggies?
I mean, all the above.
This is
a lot of games on Saturday.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And
kind of is, isn't it?
College football all day.
Yeah.
Whether what in your fancy, if you can get your Premier League mornings, get your La Liga, get your Bundesliga, get your USL Championship, get your cross country, get your high school football, F1 back from summer break. Let's get it.
Golf.
So
I want to golf.
I'm kind of into. I think I'm going to go get a little Cleveland La Cueva tonight.
Nice.
Really want to see that. The big cross country meet out at Cleveland tomorrow morning. Be out there by 7:30, 8 o'clock. I got my helicopter reserved, JJ, to fly all the way out there. And then if I go to Cruces, I'm going to the game. If not, I might catch 18 in the afternoon and then sit in front of the TVs and absorb all the football. But there's another part of me that just wants to come back and watch the game from Ireland, Northwestern and Nebraska. That's a good one. Wyoming plays midday against Illinois. And then Sunday, I might play, maybe I'll play 18.
Oh, I want to play 18.
And then catch the end of the FedEx Cup. I mean, does that sound like a crummy weekend?
Sounds like a great weekend.
Somewhere I'll do laundry, too.
Nice.
Yeah, Addie's with her mom. So that's a lot. I could put miles on the couch this weekend.
As you should.
Yeah. Yeah. And then next weekend, Lobos open up. I got to work next weekend, man. It's me and George Carter.
Awesome.
We'll be calling the television broadcast for Lobos and Maine. We get 2 games this year. He and I are going to do that game and the UTEP game. So I'm looking forward to that. Those will be on my 50. But hopefully you'll go out and watch the game in person. No, I think there's a bunch of stuff this weekend. And then there's the last weekend of NFL preseason, and there's a couple that matter, right? I mean, you're kind of watching the Steelers, and you're kind of watching the
starting quarterbacks,
Seahawks.
starting
Right?
players.
Is there anything else that you're kind of watching for that? Like, do I care to watch I watch the Rams and Bengals to see if there's a
Tom
fight.
Brady's playing.
That's what I
Tommy
hear.
stepping on the field.
Tommy versus Matt Ryan.
Some working.
Are they both playing?
Oh yeah, first quarter, baby.
Is that a tomorrow
Or first
game?
drive.
It's a revenge game for Matt Ryan.
Revenge game. You know that's gonna be on in my household.
All right. When's that? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Do you have the
5 p.m.
package? Are they all on wherever you need them to be?
Yes.
What's the
just gonna answer yes.
preseason package? Like, I mean, what is that?
I have a service that I can watch.
Really?
Everything.
Okay.
I'll share with you I can share with you offline.
Local market.
I don't even think I know what that service is. Not that I had that much interest in, because the Rams games are carried locally by Channel 7, so I know all the Rams games are on. But even that, I just haven't stared at Rams preseason football. You know why? They play nobody. They like on their roster. That's Sean McVay's thing. Yeah, we're not playing anybody.
They just fighting.
Well, they do it on Thursday and swing helmets around. I mean, that's way smarter. Oh, well, you don't get anybody hurt. What? Yeah, we're going to play our guys in practice all week, but not. I mean, not that I'm telling you they should play their guys in preseason games. I guess I just don't understand how somehow they're not going to get hurt when we go full speed in scrimmages, but they're going to get hurt in a game because there's fans there.
And the number 1 defensive tackle swings a helmet.
Allegedly.
More controlled environment.
Allegedly.
Until you turn into
Testosterone pumping. They're ready.
Garrett.
They're ready for regular season.
Allegedly.
Run it back. They're ready to ram it.
No, allegedly about it. It's on video.
He did it.
I mean, there's no discipline to it.
When you're the number 1 defensive tackle in the National Football League.
By it? No. It's like he got a little crazy.
I bet if it was just some Joe Schmo second, third stringer, bye.
So when you ever get
Totally
around
blind.
to watching Hard Knocks, Dan Campbell said, "Hey, we're going to Indianapolis. Get after their ass, but anybody who starts a fight, you're out. You're cut. You're done." Right? Well, unless you're Aaron Donald.
Unless you're like
unless you're Hutchinson.
DeAndre Swift or Jared Goff.
Yeah,
Do you see Jared Goff
or-
swinging a helmet?
No, can you?
No.
You know what's been amazingly absent from the Hard Knocks is Jared Goff. Like there he is, but there's no. It hasn't said a word. There's
Dan
no.
Campbell's the star. That's what I mean. This is
You know why?
This is good production.
Why?
He's incredibly vanilla.
Yeah, like
Maybe. I mean, I
don't know.
Okay.
That's okay. It's Jared Goff.
But it's like you got your stars. You got Rodrigo. You got Hutch.
And the coaches. I think the coaching staff is the stars of this.
Yeah, Deuce Staley.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's what's making this Hard Knocks.
Yeah, no, Dan Campbell's terrific. He's perfect for this.
I want to be my uncle.
But kind of one of the stories is, I want to hear the NFL Films voice. Jared Goff was a first-round draft pick and went to a Super Bowl with the Rams, but it wasn't good enough, and he ended up in the Motor City. And trying to salvage his career on the last year of his big contract, trying to prove that he belongs in the National Football League. And I mean, don't you want to see?
Not really.
I actually absolutely do.
Jeff, if there was something to see, they would have shown it to you.
Yeah.
Or he just said, no, I don't want any part of it.
Or that's
no, he could say, don't mic me.
I think that's his personality.
Prove his career on the Lions by what?
What do you mean by what? By playing well.
By playing well? Has
you
he
can't
been playing
prove
bad?
Okay, so...
He's been playing decent. He's been playing
So
good.
what is he? Is he an NFL quarterback starter next year?
I think he might just be a
I mean, how can you
500 quarterback for the Lions.
Or he could be...
He's on the Lions.
So let me tell you, if he's a 500 quarterback for the Lions, he's a pretty damn quarterback.
So,
Matthew
probably.
Stafford